even a bit shy, and probably I will hear more of him this season. We'll hear more of his voice this season in his press conferences than I did during a year in the dressing room.
Real Madrid make 4 changes from the first leg. In come Pepe, Marcelo, Di Maria and Higuain. Luka Modric on the bench. Would you agree with that?
It's not important if I agree or not. At the end of the day, Mourinho knows the players, and I think Modric is a great player, but maybe he was not training with the team, so I think it's fair to start with the other players. No?
We touched on this yesterday in Revista in terms of Ronaldo and the poor start to the season. Why do you think he has had a poor start?
Well, probably last year it was very intense. They had to do a great effort in terms of psychology, demanding in terms of psychology. Also, there's been the Euro Cup in the middle, and probably it's difficult for players to catch up and again mentally be ready to offer the level.
Barcelona are unchanged from the first leg. No surprises there. And Lionel Messi, 4 goals in 2 in the league, 5 in 3. This guy could score even more this season.
He said, Marcelino said about the Euros and Ronaldo, and we think that they were playing so many games and scoring so many goals, Ronaldo and Messi. And it's incredible that you start the next season and still scoring goals. Maybe not playing fantastic football yet, but scoring goals is incredible.
OK, well, this is a massive game for both teams with a chance to win the first trophy of the season. And there for us at the Bernabeu, Jerry Armstrong and Rob Palmer.
Good evening. Well, they sometimes say that familiarity breeds contempt. Often does with these two clubs, and they've been very familiar over the last 2 years. This is the 13th time they've done battle in the various competitions. The equivalent of the Community Shield, but nothing is ever a friendly when Barcelona and Real Madrid are on the same stage together. Just a goal separates the side after an anguished finish last week. Game on. You can see 2 players watching. Alex Song and Luka Modric have been involved in big London derbies in the past, but this is new for even players of their quality.
Oh, it's another planet, this one. The atmosphere is going to be fantastic, Rob. There's no love lost, and psychologically both sides are trying to prove a point. Tito Villanova trying to prove a point that Barcelona are going to be bigger and better than Real Madrid. And to be fair, at the start of the season they look the better of the 2 sides. From what I've seen, they look sharper, and it'll suit them to try and keep the ball and hit on the break with the guile and skill and technique of Andres, Iniesta and Xavi and Messi and Pedro and Alexis. Have got the players there who can hurt you. They'll score goals. But Real Madrid need to prove a point to themselves, Rob, because they've not started particularly well. I think they've started in second gear. Ronaldo hasn't had a particularly good start. He's had 1 goal. And something, you know, they usually create lots of chances, Real Madrid. They haven't created that many, and they haven't scored that many goals. So it's a big game tonight for both sides.
The first major of the season. The league champions, the record setters Real Madrid, against Barcelona, who said goodbye to Pep Guardiola by winning the Copa del Rey. Higuain is the chosen striker tonight. He has been in the opening weeks of the season ahead of Benzema. He has many choices.
Well, 2 goals in 2 games, Rob. That's the reason he's in. And Benzema, I still think is probably, I think he's probably a better finisher, not by much, but he's in there on merit.
Well, there's been a little bit of soul searching this week at Real Madrid. Normally the referee gets the blame, or the opponents have been a little bit lucky. But Mourinho, after the weekend's defeat against Getafe, was honest enough to say that the performance by the team was unacceptable. All aspects, he said. Concentration was brought, technically and tactically, and I wonder if that was a dig at himself, because for once he got it wrong.
Well, he made the substitution, didn't he? The full-back went off, and within 30 seconds they had scored. Now here's Messi.
Here goes Lionel Messi. Goes nicely for Iniesta. In from the wing is Pedro. Has an excellent record against Real Madrid in these games. 5 goals in 12 matches for the Spanish international. Well, he's back to full fitness. Of course, David Villa, who missed a large part of last season. They are like 2 new signings for Barcelona in many ways.
Yeah, it's great to see David Villa back again, and it's like signing a new striker, isn't it? But as we see Xavi on the ball, I just wonder, have the preparation pre-season been better for Barcelona than Real Madrid? And is that the reason why they've started very sluggishly? The trip to the United States couldn't have helped after a major championship. I think that's all considered in the consideration as well. But Barcelona doing what they do best. They keep the ball and they're passing it, and another chance coming up.
There is, it's Iniesta feeding Pedro. Pedro right across, and there's a fall there by Alexis. I suspect he may have been ever so slightly helped on his way.
Well, I think he's dived, and he's done it quite a bit now. I've actually had a go at him over the last couple of games because the ball was too big for him, and he's felt contact, a minimum of contact from Marcelo at the far post, and he's made a meal of it.
There is Adriano, who started the game at right back. We were expecting him. The official team sheet said that it'd be Dani Alves on the right and Adriano on the left. But here is Alba, who crept into the team at the last minute. We'll try to clear up exactly what happened to
I think we'll find
Dani
out.
Alves.
He did do the warm-up, but I think something's happened in the warm-up, and they've decided that it wasn't worth the risk, and they swapped Jordi Alba in his normal left-back spot, and Adriano, the versatile Adriano, who can play in midfield, he decided to go and play right-back. So not much change there.
And already, of course, without Carlos Puyol. I'm sure they still had to break the news to him that he wasn't going to play, despite a fractured right cheekbone. First corner of the evening falls the way of the visitors. Barcelona 3-2 up from the first leg. Hostile environment for Barcelona to operate in.
Real Madrid not been very good in the opening couple of games, particularly on set plays. They've conceded goals against Getafe in set plays and against Valencia.
Xavi with a corner kick. Dominant header away from Ramos. Leading the charge is Marcelo. This is where Real Madrid, who do have a bit of an advantage, they have some pace in their team. Arbeloa. And Jordi Alba. A new signing, or should we say a player returning home, came through the Barcelona youth system before making his name at Valencia. He's come back. Piqué came back.
Yep.
Cesc Fabregas came back.
Yep. You have to ask the question, why did they let them go in the first place?
Well, it has been a raw and sore topic in the Spanish media in recent weeks. Mourinho been asked why Real don't produce small players. Of course, he was cheekily citing the likes of Koeman and Romario. Here's a big chance for Real Madrid. Top save from Valdez to keep out Higuain. Almost first blood Real Madrid. Already a livelier first half than last week.
What a great chance for Higuain. And where did he get that space, Kevin? He's got about 5 yards of space in between the centre halves. You can see Mascherano and Piqué gone to sleep. It's a super pass from Marcelo. He looks up. That's a great save from Victor Valdez. That maybe atones for the one he gave away last week, but I just think Gonzalo Higuain will be disappointed he hasn't scored there.
We can confirm that Dani Alves picked up an injury in the warm-up. The reason that Adriano has swapped wings and Jordi Alba is thrown into the cauldron. Montoya, the youngster, is on a pretty inexperienced Barcelona bench.
Yeah, he's a right back, and he's actually very good. I like him. He's going to have a decent future. And attacking full-back, good on the ball. We've seen a bit of him last season, and he could only get better with more games, I feel. So
I'm sure I've already seen the camel will train on the Real Madrid bench, where you will see Luka Modric, the €30 million signing from Tottenham Hotspur.
Just watching Rob there, Xavi's holding his hand. I don't know what happened to him, but not good. And a bit of a indifferent start at the back here from Barcelona under a bit of pressure. And Di Maria's pace, and obviously Higuaín, and you can see he's holding his arm. There's where he falls. And did he get trotted on, or was that with Xavi, or did he?
No love lost, is there, between the two international teammates, Xavi Alonso and Xavi. And there is Luka Modric. The Spanish cameras have found him. Jose Mourinho says that he's fit, but he's not match fit.
I think he'll need a few training sessions under his belt, won't he?
Yeah, well, he may get some minutes tonight, depending on the way the game develops. Cristiano Ronaldo hasn't got into the flow of things yet. We've seen little of the two global stars, Messi and Ronaldo. There is Lionel Messi. Alba. He's an exciting new signing at left back. Messi. Adriano, naturally two-footed player, overplays the pass for Alexis, and it's a long way around. Ramos is always fired up for these games.
He's got his body in between Alexis and the ball and said, "You're not going past," and he uses his experience. He's excellent defending.
Sergio Ramos has been sent off twice in 2 seasons, of course, against Barcelona. Remember this particular fixture last year in the Supercup? 13 bookings, 3 sending off, poke in the eye and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's just for starters.
Well, Jose Mourinho made a big thing before kick-off about waiting for Tito Villanova to come down the tunnel. They had a very public handshake. Are we going to see the Messi magic tonight? Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, has been in wonderful form. He scored in 4 Clásicos in a row. The record is 5 in a row from Zamorano of Real Madrid. Oh, there's a mistake. Big chance for Real Madrid. Brilliantly taken. Gift wrapped for Higuaín.
Well, he's had 2 chances and he's taken the second one. He's hit the target with the first one, but that's a great start. Disappointment from Mascherano, who's making his 100th appearance tonight for Barcelona, and he's been so consistent, but this is poor defending, and he makes a mess of that, complete hash of it, and it's an easy one for Gonzalo Higuaín. He sticks it in the back of the net, and it was a speculative pass, but that's poor defending. Why doesn't he just head it? Mascherano heads it and it's no problem. It goes through the legs of the goalkeeper, and that's the goal they wanted, and they're back on level terms. 3-3 on aggregate.
Despairing Villanova, and really out of character for Mascherano. Higuaín's been in good form. Well, that is why Mourinho selects him. 2 goals in 2 La Liga matches, and now a goal that evens things up on aggregate.
Yeah,
between these 2 massive clubs.
Rob, do you know, I went on last season about Barcelona. The one position I felt that they needed to fill was at centre back, and they still haven't bought a centre back. Will that come to haunt them towards the end of the season?
Well, look at this, the other end. With a brilliant defence-splitting pass, and Alexis is having a personal war with Pepe. Seems to roll down his arm. Meanwhile, Lionel Messi takes on Pepe, sticks out a foot. That was a dangerous thing to do, but enough of an obstacle for Lionel Messi to get around.
Listen, players, defenders who take chances trying to beat forwards on the edge of their own box, they're asking for trouble. The referees telling them, look, I'm the boss.
You don't need I was going to say, you don't need a command of the Spanish language to know exactly what Matthew Lahoz is saying.
Hey, yo soy el jefe. That's what he's saying. What a game this is going to be now.
Yeah, make no plans for the rest of the evening. If you're in the bar, get another drink in. Get the stool a little closer to the television, or if you're at home, get the cushion, make yourself comfortable. They don't call it El Clasico for no reason. Never fails to be footballing soap opera.
How do you get through there?
Unbelievable. Works his way through the maze, and then a body check. Mascherano is having a miserable evening.
On the pace of Di Maria's too much for Mascherano. Argentinian teammates, he knows. And he's having a word with him. He said, I've just stood in my way. I've just stood in his way.
Yeah, we knew what was coming next.
Yeah, the yellow card's obligatory on that particular occasion. But that adds to it, doesn't it? Just puts a little bit more pressure on the centre-back after the mistake that led to the goal. He's committed himself, and all he can do is just get in his way. Now, Di Maria is another one who goes down quite theatrically, I have to say.
No love lost there, is there, between two Argentinian teammates. Of course, the man who scored the goal that really capitalised upon his error was Higuain, who played with Mascherano at River Plate, and of course for the Argentinian national team.
Yeah.
This is where they were particularly upset that they felt that Alexis has used his arm.
Well, he's over-exaggerated the fall as well, though. This is the thing that's happening week in, week out with him.
Mourinho said that one goal would turn this tie. Ozil flips it in. Xavi to Messi. Pedro makes the darting run, no mistake from Arbeloa. Di Maria. Real sharpness about both teams.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's a home advantage, but I feel Real Madrid have started much, much better than any of the other games I've seen them play so far this season. And maybe they needed that. Well, you heard what Mourinho said about he's hoping that the Getafe was just a bad day at the office. And he's obviously used that before they've come out and said, you know, we need a goal early on to get back into this game and show them we're the league champions, we're the bosses. Logically, it's going to be good.
There is Xavi. On by Arbeloa. Khedira gets a chance tonight. Lozano Diarra has been ahead of him in the pecking order. Now Marcelo flies one in, and he required just a touch.
Good ball, good idea. If you're going to miss it at the far post. And Real Madrid very good, closing down, winning the ball back off Barcelona on their own defensive third. Transferring the pass to Ronaldo, sets it up, strikes it. It's wide of the far post, but then maybe Higuain or someone else could have got on the end of it. But that's excellent play from Real Madrid.
Flashed in front of the eyes of the unfortunate Mascherano. Surely not. In 30 years of this competition, they've met 5 times over the years, the two clubs as cup winners and league winners. Barcelona have taken the trophy on 10 occasions, Real Madrid on 8 occasions.
Well, you know the head-to-head, Rob, between the two of them. They're
over the years, in
exactly
all
the
competitions,
same.
yeah, 87 each.
87 each, but in competitions that's won, I think it's 83 for Real Madrid and 82 for Barcelona. There's only one between them.
There's another dispatch, Jerry, for the referee to sort out. A little off the ball incident as Marcelo went chasing.
And there's going to be plenty of those tonight.
I was going to say, I couldn't see what was right. I think he started in his own half, didn't he?
Yeah.
It certainly wasn't where the ball's placed. Jordi Alba. Iniesta. Alba. Excellent combination between the Spanish internationals. Anticipated by Pepe, who missed the weekend because he was suffering concussion. Doctor said go home and get some sleep. Didn't really help because his wife gave birth to a beautiful baby girl yesterday. Some players like to sleep in a team hotel the night before games. He's going to be asking the boss if he can have the team hotel for a week.
Another stat for you, Rob. It's 15 years since Real Madrid's beaten Barcelona here at the Bernabeu in the Super Cup. I wonder if it's going to change around tonight.
And here's Busquets. Behind is the cry for Xavi. Now Barcelona try to find their poise. Iniesta. Alba with Pedro alongside him. Pedro trying to find Lionel Messi. He hasn't been freed at all tonight. Real Madrid very cleverly not giving him an inch of space. Khedira, another flip over the top. Piqué, oh, he's lost the ball. Big chance for a second here. Cristiano Ronaldo takes his time, still got time. Oh, 2-0. Dreadful defending from Barcelona. He had all of the time in the world.
Unbelievable. And just look at Gerard Piqué. Both he and Mascherano are looking to the sky as if to say, what's happening here? Is this where it's going to turn around the season for Real Madrid? Because they've had an unbelievable start. This is great skill. Flicks it with the back of his heel over the top of Gerard Piqué. What a fantastic piece of skill from Ronaldo. Steadies himself up and then bang, off the foot of the goalkeeper, Victor Valdez, and into the back of the net.
Well, it was tremendous anticipation. Probably only 2 players in the world could have done that so coolly. And then Cristiano Ronaldo makes it 2-0 on the night to Real Madrid. Advantage Real, 4-3 on aggregate.
But you know it's not over, Rob, don't you? You do know it's not over. This is going to be a great game tonight. Advantage Real Madrid, definitely.
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo has now scored 6 goals in just over 7 Clasico matches. They've both been well-taken goals, but they will both be filed under dramatic defensive mistakes.
I wonder what Luka Modric is thinking of it all. He could be winning his first trophy here, and he mightn't have to kick a ball.
It was like Fabregas when he first signed, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
All the trophies that he won in his first month, more than he won at Arsenal.
Pepe's going to get booked for that.
Pepe's having one of those evenings where he's at his petulant worst. How many centre-halves go down on the floor and plead with the referee like that?
Well, Pedro's gone inside him and he didn't get anywhere near the ball.
And he has had a continual verbal battle with the referee tonight.
That's not that bad a challenge, though, I have to say. That's not that bad a challenge for a yellow card.
I think it was more the verbals afterwards, Jerry, and he has been having a chat, let's put it like that, with the referee since kick-off. How many times has the camera been trained on Mathieu Lahoz, where he's been saying, I'm the boss, I'm the governor around here?
Yeah. You could be right, Rob, but it wasn't a bad challenge. I didn't feel that particular challenge warranted a yellow card.
Marcelo with an excellent challenge on fellow Brazilian Adriano. Rivals for this Brazilian left-back spot. Mascherano. Jordi Alba. What fine voice the home supporters are in. How they enjoyed taking the title of Barcelona last year. Busquets. Barcelona at the moment are firing blanks.
They certainly are. I'm just wondering, because of the goals they've conceded and it's here in the Bernabeu, psychologically has it had an effect on them? But there's not many players, as you said, Rob, in the world could produce a piece of skill like that, and that's intentional. Ronaldo knew exactly what he was doing. He didn't break his stride. He just made the most of the pass which was behind him.
I normally only see a trickle and a goal like that in a Hollywood film or a commercial for a soft drink. We could see a third goal here. They're ripping Barcelona apart.
Well, Rob, we've got 21 minutes gone. They've had 4 one-on-ones and they've taken 2 of them. Higuain could have a hat-trick, and Victor Valdez has made 2 brilliant saves with his feet just by spreading himself, and he's looking at his defence and saying, where are you?
Well, he made the mistake last week. Tonight it's been Piqué and Mascherano who've been to blame for the Real Madrid goals. Casillas has been a spectator. Now the fire at Pepe goes charging forwards.
They're winning the ball back really quickly, Real Madrid.
Shimmy from Ronaldo. Overlap from Marcelo. Wonderful balance from Marcelo. Twists and turns and leaves Adriano in his wake. Piqué in the way. Barcelona reeling. Oh, how Busquets gets caught in possession.
My goodness.
Has the fire alarm gone off in the team hotel this afternoon and woken them up or something?
I don't know what's going on. I've not seen them this bad, Rob. They seem to have lost all confidence and belief in themselves because of a couple of mistakes, and they're going to have to shake themselves out of this, well, the dream world they're in at the moment. They could be 4-0 down.
Mourinho will know that. He knows that the rot will stop soon with Barcelona, and they have to capitalise now. Ramos and Pepe lead the charge. Man to deliver. Xabi Alonso. It's a good delivery. Pepe gets a header on the ball, but the whistle had gone before the connection.
I'll tell you now, Sami Khedira is the one that's offside, but I don't think Sergio Ramos, who headed it, was offside. I'd like to see it again. I think Sami Khedira goes early and he's offside, but it's behind him. Let's have a look. When it's kicked, nobody's offside. What's he giving that for?
Well, we'll seek out another replay because it isn't obvious to the untrained eye. All I will say is that he blew the whistle as soon as the ball was played. Now another tough call. It's the toughest job in football, trying to officiate this game.
Well, I don't know what's going on here. Referee's given the free kick. For me, that's a worse challenge than Pepe's. That's a yellow card. If Pepe says a yellow card, that's got to be a yellow card.
Not dissimilar to the Mascherano challenge.
Nope.
Led with the arm.
Have you ever seen Real Madrid this dominant against a Barcelona side?
Well, they had a fantastic start last season, didn't they, at the Bernabeu, where they went for it from the start. They scored after 23 seconds. Alonso fights it in. Valdez has to come. He wasn't offered much protection then. Clawed it off the head of Sergio Ramos. Now Di Maria fires another one. This ball requires a touch.
That's a great
chance
ball.
After chance after chance after chance. It's like a drip. I don't know if you could see from that. Just as the ball was coming in, the referee spotted a push. Apparently, well, this is the explanation from Mascherano.
I tell you what, it's minimal. If it's anything, I think Mascherano's made the most of it. He couldn't get anywhere near him.
Valdez taking no risks. I always say they like to play the ball out from the back, but I'm sure one of the last instructions from Tito Vilanova to his goalkeeper is, oh, this fanciful footwork tonight, please, Victor.
Well, I think this is the first big test tonight for Tito Vilanova. This is when the chips are really down, and hard does he get his players to respond, because they completely capitulated at the moment to Real Madrid, and they look lost.
A reminder of the situation, 2-0 on the night to Real Madrid. On aggregate, they now lead 4-3. Di Maria teasing and tantalising Lionel Messi of all people. Pepe goes in. I think he was caught by a little bit of afters there from Lionel Messi.
He was. I think you're right, Rob. He's been brave to go in, and there was a little bit of a high challenge comes in. Players are actually asking questions from the referee. You can see there he goes high and he catches him well above the top of the ball, Messi. I don't know if it's intentional, but certainly it was a free kick.
Well, maybe a sign of his frustration at not seeing much of the ball tonight. Pepe made sure that he wasn't going to get hurt himself. As Arbelow goes flying in.
Well, it was shin to shin. It wasn't like foot to shin. It was a shin to shin challenge from Messi.
It's funny, isn't it? They're like a family when they play for the Spanish national team. As we see another replay.
Well, there is a touch, but I think he's made the most of it, Mascherano. He's backing in.
That's where he said to push it.
He's backing in and he's trying to get the reaction, and there's another incident here. It's a yellow card, is it? I think it's Adriano now. He's lucky, because I thought the last foul he made as well on Mesut Ozil should have been a yellow card, and they're just totally lost at the moment. It's a red card. No, they think he's had 2 yellows. He hasn't. It's only 1 yellow, Rob. That's a mistake.
Well, it's an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. It would have been a one-on-one situation, and the last time he got through in a situation like that, Cristiano Ronaldo scored.
Isn't he the last defender, though? Very tight decision, that one.
Well, referees around the world will be using that as a should he not have got a red card situation.
Well, I have to agree. I think that's a blatant. I think it's a blatant red card, and it is a red card.
He was. The referee is thrown as he pulled the yellow out, but it was, well, so obviously a red card that Adriano is off. Barcelona are 2 goals down and now a man down, and this game is living up to its reputation. Cristiano Ronaldo lights the fuse.
Somebody took that in the wall.
Takes out a skiffle. It was Busquets who took the full blow. Got chances now and a Barcelona success.
Wow.
All pinged in, and that is where they're a man down. It comes in. Oh, that should have been possibly the goal that put it beyond Barcelona. Sami Khedira, fortunately for Barcelona, was the man on the end of it. He's not known for his goal-scoring skills. His instincts took him into the right place.
It was some finish, I'll tell you. It's instinctively he's got on the end of it. Volley from Marcelo and the volley from Khedira. I thought that's back of the net, and fortunately Victor Valdez is in the right place.
Well,
How many chances?
Some initiation for Tito Villanova. He lost his warrior Carlos Puyol, the club captain, with an injury, broken cheekbone last weekend. Then just before the game, Dani Alves has to pull out. Then he reshuffles his defence. Now he's had to go to a back 3 as Adriano's gone off. Ozil twisting and turning with Mascherano. Ozil goes in there. It's almost like a non-contact sport from the Barcelona defenders. I
just think they look shell-shocked. They don't know how to handle it. Oh, it's great skill from Pepe.
Oh, they're showboating.
Offside.
Yeah, Ronaldo knew the ball had come a little bit too early there. And Jose Maria just caught offside. Don't give it me now, he said. It came.
Well, what a great first half hour we've had. I don't know about you, Rob, but I didn't expect this.
It was unexpected, but you always expect the unexpected
with these two teams, yeah.
Just the 2 goals so far, but a multitude of chances to Real Madrid.
Casillas hasn't made a save, has he?
I think he's taken 1 goal kick. Marcelo, Ronaldo. Real Madrid players getting the olays from the home supporters. It's Arbeloa who chases, and Valdez is going to have to be that little bit sharper off his line and almost act as the extra defender. Quite often last year, or the last couple of years under Pep Guardiola, they played with a back 3, Barcelona, but that's normally as they're making the opposition chase. Villanova hasn't. The obvious thing would be to bring Busquets back into the defence, but hasn't called for that yet. He's stayed with the 3. Lionel Messi eased his way past Arbeloa.
Well, he's the one that could spark it for them, isn't he? You get the ball to Messi, you know he can do things, and well, have a look. Montoya, the right back's coming on, and it's Alexis who's coming off.
Yeah, they take off the number 9, the central striker Alexis, and Montoya, who wasn't originally on the bench tonight. He only was told to get stripped when Alves was injured in the warm-up. Comes on, and the 21-year-old who's only played half a dozen games for Barcelona. That's the biggest game of his life.
Well, he's decent. I like Montoya, but this is a big game to be thrown in. At the deep end, down to 10 men.
Here's Iniesta working his magic. Iniesta to Messi. Messi to Iniesta. Messi believing that his path was intentionally blocked. It's not too often that we see Lionel Messi throw a little strop.
Good ball.
Fantastic ball. Excellent take from Ronaldo. Higuain has made a brilliant run here. He's lost his defender. Can he make it 3? Oh, Mascherano came back to retaliate with the perfectly timed sliding tackle. That keeps the game alive.
What a challenge. What a challenge. What a counter-attack as well. Well, that's more like the Javier Mascherano that we know. Because he's the wrong side. Ronaldo plays a perfect pass. First touch is good. He's still a yard behind. Brilliant challenge. He gets that wrong as a penalty kick. What a challenge.
That's that wrong. It would have been a penalty kick, and they'd have been down to 9 then. Absolutely no room for error.
I think it partially atones for the mistake he made for the first goal.
For some reason now most of the cameras are trained on the Barcelona goal. They know where the action's going to be. The men with a lens, Cristiano Ronaldo with a header. Be interesting to see the chance count come half-time.
Well, I think it's about 7 at the minute to Real Madrid. That I can think of is at least 7 chances, Rob.
2 scored, big save by Valdez. Number of half chances as well. Last-ditch tackle. Piqué. Xabi Alonso. Marcelo. Now Pepe. Trying to stretch this Barcelona back three. Adriano winning the tussle with Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, sorry.
Montoya,
of course. Adriano's currently
he's having a shower.
Yeah.
That was some skill again from Ronaldo. Have a look, chest control, and then boom, flicks it past Montoya, who was tempted to use his right hand.
I think he actually tried to use his hand, didn't he? Montoya had a good pre-season last year on Barcelona's trip to the United States, and so much so that he was actually called into the Spanish national team to train with the seniors for the games against Chile and Liechtenstein. Started just the 1 La Liga game last year, played against Bate Borisov in the Champions League and Osasuna in the Copa del Rey.
Good ball.
Flip over the top, and again, they just don't seem to have it quite worked out at the moment. And Villanova will be desperate to get to half-time to drill his players, let them know what plan B is going to be. Iniesta takes on the space afforded by Alba. Messi dropping deeper and deeper, seeking the ball. Iniesta. Alba. Difficult to play Barcelona's keep ball style when you have a player less against the reigning Spanish champions. Pedro, nice little flick. Lionel Messi can get an overhead kick on that. Casillas came and took out his own player. Now Iniesta thinking about the shot, drills it in, and it was just a stride away.
That was a great ball. I'm just wondering what is happening with Casillas again, coming on those crosses when there was a defender there. Arbeloa's going for it. I don't know what Casillas has done. He's done that a couple of times this season. This is a great ball from Andres Iniesta. It's Montoya coming into the far post, who's not too far away. So I don't think Casillas is favourite there, Rob. There's David Villa. Now, at what stage is he going to come into the action?
Very late, one would imagine.
He's taking a whack, I think, Arbeloa, from the goalkeeper, Casillas.
Yeah, because there's a sign of blood. The referee's asked him politely to head to the touchline. But, got a caution as well for... I think it was an off-the-ball challenge with Jordi Alba, which he didn't give a free kick for. He kept the play flowing, but
yeah, just
made a mental note of.
On the right, yeah. I agree. I think you're right. No, that's a mistake, and Ronaldo's clear.
He has 2 to get past. There goes 1.
Good tackle.
Not past the long legs of Piqué.
Well, he's taking a punch in the side of the face, and I think he's the second or third Real Madrid defender that Casillas has taken out in the last few weeks. Pepe was involved in with a clash with him, and Sergio Ramos another one. And now Arbeloa.
Barcelona beginning to build here, but they're just crowded out by Real Madrid.
Oh, it's a poor ball, and he had a lot of space to play him in.
Might be a little bit more from Ozil and Di Maria tonight, knowing that Luka Modric is watching in the shadows.
Well, it's Ozil's position you would think Luka Modric would fit mostly into.
Well, when Mourinho was asked where Modric was going to play, he said it's not going to be left back and it's not going to be centre forward. It's where he wants to play. You don't buy a player at this club and select him out of position.
Well, good ball in, and it's lost again. But the consensus of opinion is that that means Kaka's going to have to go before the transfer deadline. It leaves a lot more or less opportunities for Kaka this season now that Luka Modric has signed.
It has been reported in Spain that Mrs. Kaka has told friends in the capital that the family are heading back to Brazil. So it does appear that a deal might be done. Talk of him moving to Serie A, but none of those particular transfers ever seem to reach fruition. Similar situation with Ricardo Carvalho. Been talk of him moving to the English Premier League to maybe someone like Queen's Park Rangers, and Mourinho saying, well, he's still a Real Madrid player. We don't really have plans for him, but if he goes nowhere, we honour the contract and he comes back into the training squad.
Well, Granero is nearly a done deal, isn't he? He's definitely heading for the Premier League. I just wonder, Kaka would be a good inclusion for the Premier League. Now Messi's on a break.
There goes Lionel Messi, trying to feed Alba and playing his way out of trouble. Is Pepe. And the referee not buying the fall of Pepe, giving Barcelona the throw. I just wonder how short his fuse is getting. He was lit early in the game.
Well, I think it's going to be down to the magical feet of Lionel Messi or maybe Andres Iniesta to spark something to get them back into this match.
There's Carrera. Xavi. Marcelo does a good job. So lost out at the left back position with Coentrão early in the season. Ooh, out of character. Bad throw from Iker Casillas. Xavi. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Iniesta leaves Khedira for dead. Sting taken out of the shot by the blocker Ramos. Reminder of the situation. 2-0 on the night to Real Madrid on aggregate. 4-3 after the 3-2 success at the Camp Nou last week for Barcelona.
Yeah, but even if they got one goal back at 2-1, Rob, they're still behind on aggregate because of the away goals. So they really need 2 goals. It's a poor corner from Xavi from the right-hand side.
It's a late kick-off on a work night, isn't it? The bleary eyes in the office tomorrow. Surely any boss would excuse you staying up for Real Madrid and Barcelona. PK. He needs no introduction. But Messi is a little bit living up to his grand reputation tonight. Ozil. Busquets has a handle on him.
Almost. He works hard. Mesut Ozil, he does really put in a shift, and I think he burns himself out. Usually we laugh and joke about him coming off after 70-75 minutes, but he puts so much effort into it. Great work ethic.
Pepe. Below. It's always interesting to watch the characteristics of the two coaches. Mourinho sat back, feet up. The plan he devised he'll claim is working. Villanova, well, he had to readjust his plans at kick-off time with Alves pulling out of the 11, and then had to readjust again with Adriano getting a straight red card. Piqué and Mascherano getting assists in the Real Madrid goals. Messi. Xavi. Referee didn't like the challenge from Xabi Alonso.
I'd say to you, Rob, if Adriano doesn't take Ronaldo out when he did, Ronaldo would have won on and made it 3-0.
It's more difficult though, being 3 goals down or having to play for the majority of the game with a player down.
Yeah.
Well, it's as near, as silent as the Bernabeu gets. $80,000 hushed Real Madrid supporters. Barcelona with their first potential shot at goal.
Xavi or Messi?
It's Messi's free kick. Oh, it's a brilliant Lionel Messi goal. Now that is another twist and turn.
This is some strike from long range against a top-class goalkeeper. I tell you, that's a fabulous goal from Lionel Messi. Right on the stroke of half-time. Tepe's not happy. They'd love to win in 2 goals up. Have a look at this. It's at least 30-35 yards. When he whips it outside the wall, he hits this outside the wall, round the outside of the wall, and then it curls inside the far post. That is world class.
That is Messi class. That's above world class, Jerry. His 6th goal of the season.
That's his best tally, I think, isn't it, for Messi?
Well, yeah, he scored the 73 goals last season, all competitions, 50 in the league. And if you're going to divide that by the number of minutes that he played, then I think at the moment he's going to get close to 100.
He got 82. If you add the 9 for Argentina and 9 international matches, it's 82. 73 for Barcelona, 9 for Argentina. Well, I don't know anyone else in the world that can do what Lionel Messi does. He's just unbelievable.
Don't say that within earshot of Cristiano Ronaldo, Jerry.
Well, he only got 60 goals last season.
Oh, here goes Jordi Alba, really trying to turn this game on its head. Reminder now that it's 2-1 on the night, but advantage Barcelona, 4-4 on aggregate. Advantage still Real Madrid. They got the 2 away goals, didn't they?
Yeah.
It will twist, it will turn, it will change. Now Cristiano Ronaldo!
Oh, goodness.
He heard you, Jerry, say that only one player in the world could do that kind of thing.
Well, he's not too far away, Cristiano Ronaldo here. Another one, what, 30-35 yards from goal. It zips just past the far post. I'm not sure Victor Valdez had that covered.
Now we're seeing the 2 greatest players in the modern age of this game.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
At the peak of their powers. Trying to outscore, outshoot, out-trick each other.
Oh, he's
Marcelo.
He's in.
Leaves the defenders in the way. Higuain, chance for Real Madrid third. Oh, you can see the gap. He just can't quite produce the goal, Di Maria.
Oh, if only he could go on and hit it with his right foot as well, Rob. I'm not being funny. He's cut back inside here and he's not wrapped his left foot round it. He comes in. Great chances. How many chances at either end?
Well, it's a rather stunned Bernabeu at the moment. Maybe they don't appreciate just how well their team have done. 2 goals gifted to them. Higuain and Ronaldo taking advantage. Adriano off, but little Messi making a real match of it. Living up to the billing. 2-1 half-time. Well, pretty much as we expected. Feisty game. Red card. Goals from Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi in a fantastic opening 45 minutes at the Estadio Bernabeu. And I'm sure there are going to be a few more thrills and spills as well. Welcome to the tough world of management. Tito Villanova, we're told that he's like Pep Guardiola, only a little calmer. Will he be calm tonight, Jerry.
Is that why he gets sent off last week at Osasuna? Well, there you have it. There's 2 yellow cards in the back four here, Arbeloa and Pepe. And at the other end, you'll see there's yellow cards for Javier Mascherano. You have a red card for Adriano. He's gone.
Well, the ball very much in the court of Real Madrid. 4-4 on aggregate. Real scoring the 2 goals last week in the 3-2 defeat at the Camp Nou. How that late, what seemed to be a consolation goal, has really ignited this particular 2-legged tie. Did somewhat dull the atmosphere inside the stadium when Messi delivered that magnificent free kick, already his 6th goal of the season. Di Maria showed too much of the ball to Iniesta.
He's won it back again though. He showed perseverance. That's a great pass.
It's a lovely ball from Xabi Alonso. Pedro all by himself, and there was an arm across his face from Cristiano Ronaldo. Whether it was intentional or not, or worthy of the free kick, I'm not convinced, but he was genuinely caught.
He's milked it a wee bit, I think. He's lost. He knew he was going to lose the ball. He's checked inside. He was going to lose the ball. I think he's made the most of the situation and gingerly gets up. Let's see.
I think he felt the sharpness of Ronaldo's left elbow there.
Those are nothing challenges, Rob, in football, honestly. You don't want a non-contact sport altogether.
I got one of those in my face as you were heading for the coffee machine at half time.
Exactly.
Rams. It's been a very patient start to the second half from Real Madrid. They're trying to play Barcelona in their own game, passing the ball around, making part of it that extra 10% of running.
Yeah, I think you're right, Rob. I think Mourinho said we've got an extra man. Let's make it count. Keep possession better. Make them work harder. Get them tired.
The initial tactics was get in the faces of Barcelona to wind them up, and certainly worked. 2 early goals, mistakes from Mascherano and Gerard Piqué, and then Adriano opting to bring down Cristiano Ronaldo, warranting the straight red. Getting the cap calls from the Real Madrid supporters, aware that he's given away a couple of goals in these matches over the last 12 months.
I think they were daring them to take somebody on. That's a poor pass.
That's another terrible pass. Freedom for Di Maria. Di Maria trying to get it onto his favoured left foot, Mascherano with a perfectly timed challenge. Alba drives out of defence. Lionel Messi, who injected life into the game for Barcelona with the last kick, or telling kick of the first half.
He's got that ability, Rob. He can do that.
Gianni.
Good tackle.
Stopped by Alonso. Now Ozil. Well, he very rarely goes the full 90 minutes if he is withdrawn tonight. One would imagine that Luka Modric will be the player to be given his Real Madrid debut.
I'm going to keep that one in.
He will. Trying to play it off Pepe, but not falling for it, and the referee's assistant saw nothing wrong with that one.
He couldn't. There's the 2 players are in front of him. You play to the whistle. Why does he just put his hands up? You've got to keep playing.
No, I think the referee's pulled it back for strong words. Which way's the card? It's a Piqué.
Well, the referee's made that decision. He's made that decision. I don't know if the crowd influenced him on that, but he's turned into it. There's a tackle here. The ball spins up, hits him on the hand. Well, the next movement afterwards was he deliberately does move the hand forward, and that's probably why. The first one was accidental. The second one looked more deliberate.
And as we say, it is unique to Spanish football. The directive from the top is, if it's a handball, it has to be a yellow card.
Yep.
So Mascherano and Piqué both on yellows now.
And they're vulnerable on set plays here, Barcelona. There's no doubt about that. Who's marking Ronaldo?
Ronaldo comes flying in. It was just ahead of him. Piqué was there first. Higuain. Marcelo. Alonso. A beautifully driven pass. Ozil. Maria looking for the shots. Good defending from Barcelona. They've upped their game after a very timid start. Mourinho's team have had the lead in the league matches this season against Valencia, and then they drew 1-1. They had advantage against Getafe and lost 2-1.
Yeah, but they've never had a 2-goal lead. Now it's down to 2-1. Maybe a little bit more anxious. But they're going to have to work just as hard this second half against 10-man Barcelona as they did in the first half. They got to create more chances. I feel they need another goal.
Mascherano. Jordi Alba. He's down on the team sheet as a left back, but he's not your traditional left back, is he? He's like Marcelo in the opposition.
Absolutely.
He likes to get down that wing, and there he goes.
Needed a better pass than that, though, but great run from Jordi Alba.
Given time, Messi. Could be a game that is decided by the two managers and the changes that are made as the evening develops.
There's no doubt the squads are going to be important this season, not just in the Super Cup but in Champions League and in League. Ronaldo plays it off and looks for the return.
Marcelo. Ozil. Kadira. Handballs clipped by Iniesta.
Iniesta's asking the question from the referee, and he was well positioned, taken quickly.
It is Ronaldo to Kadira. Maria flies the cross in and well ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo.
The idea was good, the delivery was wanting a little bit too much pace on it from Di Maria.
What chance is going to 3-2? Extra time in penalties.
There's every chance. I think both these sides have got goals in them. So he takes the chances, though.
It is. Here's Higuain. Keeps it in play. Ronaldo is at the far post. I think Higuain had full belief in actually reaching the ball. He hadn't.
Well, that was a tight one. I'm not sure. He thinks he kept it in. I don't know what Alex Song makes of all of this, and he...
Iniesta. Pedro. Now Xavi. Messi. Barcelona playing into a wall of white and a wall of whistles. Messi. The ball retention is the name of the Barcelona game. Took a lot out of them as well. The game against Osasuna up in Pamplona, they really had to give their maximum to win that game. Some neutrals felt they didn't quite edge it. The scoreline suggests otherwise, but they put in the effort. Is there fuel in the tank? 10 minutes gone in the second half. Xavi. To Busquets. Mascherano to Xavi. Real Madrid content to let Barcelona have the ball. Pass and move. It's the move bit that they're quite content with as they tire themselves out. Ozil winning it back.
There's good skills. So that's that work ethic I'm talking about, Rob. He's winning that in the edge of his own box, and he's running 30-40 yards, committing defenders. Puts tremendous effort into it. It's Andres Iniesta who catches him as well. Well, at some stage there's going to be substitutions on both sides, but if you look at the bench, there's at least 100 million euros worth of talent on the Madrid bench, and probably the same if you look at the likes of David Villa and Cesc on the, and Song on the, and Tello on the bench for Barcelona. There's another 100 million on that bench.
There's Guerrero. I just wonder whether Real may be tempted to withdraw Guerrero. Is there any need for an extra anchor man in midfield? Maybe Modric will be seen. Mascherano. Young Montoya. Thrown into the Clásico. Just came up to make the numbers in the squad. Didn't have half a chance in the first half as well, didn't he, Montoya? Little Messi scored the goal just before the break. It's almost a mirror image of last week's game, and all of the fireworks came in the second half, and the first was like a game of chess. Now very slowly, deliberately, the coaches moving their players around. Real happy to play check. Excellent movement this from Barcelona. Now Montoya. And they found a chink in the Real Madrid armour. Pepe flies in. Ronaldo not far away. Now Marcelo. Weathered that little storm. Hardly a hurricane.
Oh,
that was fine early ball. And well, unlike the first half, Piqué kept his balance and kept his concentration. Similar situation to that led to the second goal.
Absolutely dealt with it better on that occasion. Still not convinced though, Rob, to be honest. And they've lost possession. Here's the break on with Di Maria.
Cristiano Ronaldo. 2 to beat. Goes around Montoya. Mascherano has dusted himself off after a very shaky start. The games coming up this weekend. Mallorca against Real Sociedad is our 9 o'clock kickoff on Sky Sports 1 on Saturday. Sunday, Real at home against Granada. Coverage starts 6:45, followed by Barcelona against Valencia. 8:30 start on Sky Sports 1 HD. And it's offering Betis against Atletico on Sky Sports Extra. And then we look back at everything in Revista 6:30 on Sky Sports 1 HD on Tuesday. Guerrero. Pepe. Oh, very content to just slow the pace down to walking pace. I'll really be hoping the fans are understanding. Of course, they won't care how it was won if the history book says that they won the Super Cup and they beat their great rivals. Period in the Real Madrid history where everything had to be done Hollywood style. They signed the Galacticos, and Vicente Del Bosque, one of the most successful coaches in Real Madrid history, was replaced because he didn't have the right image. And of course the rest is history. Headed away, took on the Spanish national team, won the World Cup, won the Euros. That's sexy.
They did him a favour, didn't they?
Lionel Messi. Giving that little bit extra teaser. The Xavi. Now Alba. Mascherano. Piqué. He's going to play that dangerous game on the halfway line. Continues his run, but nobody ahead of him. Square is Xavi. Maybe this is a lesson in how to play with 10 men. They've been allowed to play this way by Mourinho's side. Certainly not the players doing. It will be the instruction of the manager. Let them run themselves into the ground.
They're playing across the park at the moment. They're not penetrating, so I don't think Mourinho will be too disappointed. But
it's almost all in that light strip of the pitch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just beyond the centre circle. Now they go central. Pedro's in. Brilliant take. Oh, tremendous save from Iker Casillas. Well, quietly does it. And then wham bam.
oh, Rob, that was unbelievable. What a pass over the top. The pace of Pedro caught everybody out. His first touch was sublime. The run was good. The pass was good from Mascherano. Good touch. And the finish was brilliant. But Casillas wasn't going to be denied. And we've seen that from Mascherano. Javier Mascherano's made 3 or 4 really good passes over the top. Very accurate passes. This game's still alive.
It is, and
Sami Khedira is going to get a booking for that, or just a free kick?
well, the reflex action of the referee was to go for his card.
He's going to book him.
Khedira is trying to disappear into the crowd, but his number's up.
Well, that might encourage Jose to make another change. Now, does he go Lassana Diarra, or does he go with Modric? Oh, that's definitely
Yeah, it was
a foul. He's not nowhere near the ball. Messi's knocked the ball past him. He's taken Messi out.
And the applause for first sighting of the new boy. And a spur. Luka Modric.
Well, is this Xavi range or Messi range after the first goal?
In the first half, it was Messi range. It was maybe a little bit closer to goal.
Yeah, it's a bit further this one.
I would imagine that Messi's going to go for goal and then hope for any seconds. It takes a deflection. Sting is taken out of it.
It was quite hopeful, that one.
Real Madrid got the 2 goals last week at the Camp Nou. Advantage to the Madristas, 4-4 on aggregate.
It's an interesting ball.
There's a long ball over the top.
It's deemed offside.
Well, people talk about the tippy-tappy football that Barcelona play and the way that the Spanish sides play this neat, intricate stuff. But the goals have come tonight were for Real Madrid, and that big chance we've just seen for Pedro, when there has been the long, early ball over the top.
Yeah, I think you can play both ways. I think Real Madrid's got the ability to play short passing game, and they can hit you on the counter-attack, or they can play it over the top. So it's good to have all the variations. But then we've seen the same with Barcelona. That was one pass from his own half, Mascherano, straight over the top after a period of keeping possession, and Pedro was through and goal.
Benzema last year with 32 goals is one option. Luka Modric, the new boy in town, is the other option should they be required. Pedro gets around Ramos and tries to put it through the legs of Iker Casillas, who's been by far the busier of the 2 keepers in the second half.
Absolutely, Rob, you're right. And the counter-attack with 10 man Barcelona is looking very, very potent. There's a great run from Ozil. Oh, brilliant.
Showing the line and getting around Montoya. Real Madrid come out of their shell. Khedira. Arbeloa. Alonso. Finds it at Cristiano Ronaldo. A bit sharper and more penetrating now from Real Madrid. Oh, he's going to be Piqué's, but not a good direction on the header. Ozil not too brave in the challenge. Montoya clears the lines.
Real Madrid pick up the possession again, though. More pressure.
Marcelo makes no ground, and Valdez decisive and brave, all in one fell swoop.
Last 2 or 3 attacks from Real Madrid have not ended in a shot or a cross of any real power, Rob, and I can see But Barcelona are encouraged. But that could all change. The next goal's going to change that.
20 minutes have flown by.
That was a poor pass from Sami Khedira. I wonder how long he's going to stay on.
Which club museum the Supercopa is going to end up in for the next 12 months is not yet clear. The scorers, the usual suspects. Alonso, a little bit of backspin on the ball. Makes it awkward for Alaba to judge.
Yeah, sort of got away with it though, hasn't he? Oh, good turn.
Lionel Messi. Xavi. Look at that picture there. It's a back four of Real, and then the midfield players, a 20-yard gap ahead of them, trying to push Barcelona back into their own half. None of them had the possession, not to make any ground. Piqué exploits the yardage, but just runs into the trap that's set. Pedro. To see him back to full fitness, struggled a bit last year, had the injuries, but never quite came back firing on all of the cylinders.
Just thought that's when Real Madrid did much better, when they pressed the back four in the first half, but then you have to have the energy levels to do that. But they've won it back again. Here's Gonzalo Higuain.
Ozil. A little bit of movement from the Real subs. It makes sense to bring on the fresh legs of Benzema and the new talent Modric. Khedira. Khedira goes. Khedira almost scores. Valdez to the rescue of Barcelona.
That was some run from Sami Khedira, and both the goalkeepers have earned their corn tonight. Excellent save. But you don't expect that from Sami Khedira, do you? Not as a holding midfield player.
He was so far forward, he went a little giddy.
Well, he's hit the target, to be fair to him. And he's forced to save. It was a good hide for Victor Valdez, but good touch.
Ozil. Allowed space. Di Maria. Pepe. Mascherano turning out of trouble. Then running into it. Iniesta. Magic triangle of Iniesta. Busquets. Xavi. Slightly off his line, Iker Casillas, but that is outrageous.
Cheeky.
Many would say the best goalkeeper in the world, and his pal Iniesta's trying to chip him from 40 yards out.
Have a look at this run from Sami Khedira. Surrounded by four, inside Mascherano, and then outside of the right foot, he tries to hit it, but it's a good hide for the keeper. And that would have been some goal. Now this is the Pedro one at the other end, and it's a tight angle, and Casillas knows that. He just keeps his leg closed and makes it difficult for Pedro, and makes the save, but chances at both ends.
It's tense. We have 20 minutes remaining. Ozil. Barcelona were to pull this off and get the equalising goal would be against the odds. Ozil.
Took his eye off the ball.
The legs are beginning to go. I'd be surprised if Ozil is playing his last minutes now. There's a good run from Montoya. Lionel Messi, haven't seen a great deal of him apart from that electrifying goal. Oh, and he's taken out off the ball by Xabi Alonso. Seen that, says the referee. willing Barcelona to take the advantage. Iniesta tries to carry the ball to Real Madrid.
He's anticipated well by Khedira. Now the break's on.
It is. Khedira makes the dart down the centre. He's desperate to get that goal tonight. Higuain will peel to the far post. Ronaldo takes an all-comers. Higuain wasn't quite reading the script. Magnificent start, really in the faces of Barcelona, forcing mistakes, forcing the red card. I thought it was intentional that they've been a little more laboured since the break.
They've sat back a little bit, Rob, and I think whenever they press that back four in their own defensive third, they forced errors, they forced mistakes, and they haven't done that to the same effect in the second half. There's still 20 minutes to go. That's good playing from Montoya. He's a bit unlucky not to get a free kick.
Point being made strenuously to the referee. Ozil. Mascherano, since his dreadful mistake early on, has had an exceptional game. Ozil.
Just some of the final balls from Real Madrid are letting them down, as I said earlier, Rob. They've had a lot of possession, get into the final third, and then the final shot, cross, pass, whatever it is, isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. Is that because Barcelona are defending better, or Real Madrid aren't as effective?
Well, their defence could have been any worse than it was in the opening 20 minutes of the game.
Well, that's a good point.
Barcelona. Xavi to Busquets. Messi. Rash. The challenge from Ramos. It would be a classic without Ramos getting a yellow carded, right?
I think he's probably one of the most red-carded players in the league now, even though he's still very young.
Team red cards is the answer to your question, Jerry, in his career. He's still only 26 years of age.
I think you have to look at someone like Ballesteros, who's in his 30s, mid-30s, at Levante, who would maybe have something similar, maybe a few more, but for such a young player, he's got a lot of yellow cards and a lot of red cards. But he's a committed player.
It's almost at a standstill.
It's like a game of chess. Who's going to make the next mistake, and can you capitalise on it?
Put the clock on a game of chess, can't you?
Certainly can. I just don't know if they've got as much energy. Oops, here's a chance. And again, Ronaldo's putting pressure on. They were working hard, but he could do with a wee bit of support. If Higuain comes in and helps him there, they could win the ball back. You can't do it on your own. You've got to do it with teammates, as we are about to see Son coming on for his debut.
Yeah, will make his first appearance for Barcelona when the ball goes out of play. Could be a restart for a goal. Almost. There's been a series of almost tonight for Real in the second half. Higuain leaving his mark on his fellow countryman Lionel Messi. Tito Villanova will make the change. The summer recruit from Arsenal, Alex Song, comes on, and Busquets, who does a similar job as the player sacrificed. Good pro, accepting that the manager wants fresher, tenacious legs in the centre of the field.
Well, they need another goal if they're going to win this Super Cup. A 2-1 on goal difference. Real Madrid will win it. So when do they bring David V on? That's what I want to know. At what stage? Good tackle.
And we go 2-1 on the night, 4-4 on aggregate.
That's
Two away goals last week for Real.
Final ball again, Rob. There, Marcelino does well to win it, and then gives it away very cheaply.
This is Xavi. The impression there is another goal in this game, but which way will it sway? Alex Song gets his first touch of the ball. He wears that Barcelona kit. It's a little like Yaya Toure, isn't he? big presence in midfield. Lovely ball through. Fantastic ball. Casillas is rounded, but Ramos is to the rescue, taking it off the toe of Jordi Alba, who had sneaked in, ratted in there.
What a run from the, well, left back allegedly. Times it perfect, off the shoulder. Well, I think it's Pepe that he comes in off the shoulder of. He's the one that's maybe a yard behind the full back.
Well, the more nervous defence has been the full defence of Real Madrid.
Yeah. Well, you made a good point, Rob, early on about conceding goals when they've been 1-0 up in both games, and they drew one and lost the other.
Surely the most sensible option for Jose Mourinho to just go for the kill, take it to Barcelona, wrap it all up. It's a dangerous game of consolidation that he's playing.
Yeah. Well, they could well rue the chances they missed in the first half, the one-on-ones.
PK fires it at Alba. A team of 11 men with an anywhere will do kind of clearance. Shouldn't that be the other way round?
Yeah. I think psychologically the power and the pendulum is swinging towards Barcelona, the 10 men of Barcelona. They look as if they've got the ability to go and score another goal. And when's he going to come on? If he's going to come on? Well, we see Cesc.
The reports in Spain suggesting he's been nowhere near his very best so far this season for Barcelona. Next year's a big recruit. Here's Xavi. There will be a change. Callejon's going to come on for Real Madrid as Albert leads the charge. There's only Pedro in the centre. Pepe to Albiol.
Oh, mistakes.
Kadir returns into trouble. The mistakes have now been made by Real Madrid. Messi, fantastic tackle from Pepe. Alonso. They make a great din when they're behind you, the Real Madrid supporters, but there's a lot of vociferous unrest as well.
Again, balls given away so cheaply. It's untrue.
Alex Song makes his mark in Spanish football, leaving a mark on Mesut Ozil.
I think Real Madrid are going to make a change. They are.
It's going to be Angel Di Maria, whose number is up.
Yeah, for Callejon.
And Callejon comes on.
He's run, he's worked his socks off, to be fair to Di Maria. Put in a lot of effort.
Callejon, a fine athlete. Another player that Mourinho really does like to have around. He didn't start too many games last year, but when he came on, he had an impact in all competitions. He actually scored 13 goals.
I think we can see that Luka Modric is coming on as well. No, you're right, he scored a lot of goals. Callejon, he's a great finisher, and technically he's an excellent player and a good addition to this Real Madrid squad.
Next in line.
Oh, he's in.
Benzema, but Higuain has a chance to finish it off. Oh, he doesn't. Well, he's asking for a penalty.
No, it's a corner. I think Mascherano's done enough to put him off. Last ditch challenge, and he's again found oceans of space in the middle.
Well, I'll tell you what, the reaction there of Iker Casillas summed up everybody inside the stadium. You have the time, you have the space, you have the massive opportunity, and in the end he points the finger at somebody else, but he should have scored.
He should have scored. But I think there's a touch there from Mascherano. I think he gets his left foot and deflects the ball.
Remember, they're taking a large leap towards making up for the early error, which gifted a goal for Higuain.
Well, he's made 2 of those challenges now to save the day, at the expense of a corner.
Son lets it go. Ronaldo helps it on. 10 minutes remain. The team that's lacking in beliefs, the team that's leading 2-1 on the night with the home support.
I agree. I think they just took the foot off the accelerator pedal and allowed Barcelona to get back in. I'm not taking anything away from Barcelona. They played really well with 10 men in the second half.
This is Higuain to Carrera. Carrera with this time and the space. Fantastic tackle by Montoya.
Oh my gosh.
Not such a fantastic shot. Xabi Alonso. It's about the stadium clock behind him. Hit the stadium clock ahead of him.
How can he get that amount of space? That's the challenge I'm talking about there, Rob. He just gets enough of a touch on it to put it out for a corner. And is Benzema coming on?
It is. It was a change that was going to be made before Higuain missed that chance. And no reflection on his finishing ability. He's put in a shift. And first, it's the change for Barcelona. Pedro is the player who goes off.
I think it's Telio's come on. It's like for like.
Pacey
winger.
Higuain's taken his time to make it to the touchline, and Benzema is introduced by Mourinho. There's Telio. There's a lot of talk about him moving to the English Premier League in the summer. It may have been agent talks. He's committed himself now to Barcelona.
I don't think Barcelona were ever going to let him go.
No, it's just a little game they play, isn't it? This is Xavi. Messi. Xavi to Messi again. Messi can't ride the challenges. Cristiano Ronaldo beaten in the 50-50 by PKs. Xavi. Iniesta. Sway will it sway. Telio seems to have bulked up during the summer. Iniesta. Telio alongside him. Telio doesn't quite know what to do. Shoot or cross. Was caught between the two stalls.
I think he took the shot early, Rob, and now we're going to see the debut of Luka Modric.
Now, a sad sight for Spurs' eyes. Luka Modric saying goodbye to the capital of England to head to the capital of Spain to become one of Mourinho's men. Mourinho says he may not be match fit, but he's certainly got a good 7 minutes of football in him. Replacing the exhausted Mesut Ozil.
That's the position I think he's going to play in. I think he's going to play in exactly the same position as Mesut Ozil. Xabi Alonso will keep him right. And there won't be a language problem there.
He's already won a lot of friends at his introduction at the Bernabeu. How can he influence this game? Callejon, so 3 late changes from Mourinho. Part of the grand plan. They've absorbed, they've tied out Barcelona, and clearly he wants to go to kill it off. There is Modric, first touch isn't a bad one. Albiol inside, Benzema was with him. Modric running around everywhere he goes. He bumps into a world-class player.
But no shot at the end of it, Rob. You know, good play, got inside the penalty area, they didn't get a shot off. And that's happened in the second half too many times.
He's got Modric against Son. Last year it was Arsenal tonight another derby. Marcelo to Modric, taken off his toe by Alba. There is Son. Telio. Xavi, oh, he gives it away. That's a rarity, the reason he gave it away. In the referee's eyes, it's because Marcelo had caught him. No time to stand and argue as Mourinho screams off the bench, pointing to his head, telling his players to keep their concentration.
He's right, 5 minutes to go and anything can happen in this game. It's still very, very delicately poised.
Well, they've thrown league matches away. Big points against Valencia, 3 points against Getafe at the weekend, where they've gone weak at the knees in the closing stages.
Oh, I think he's mucked that one.
Free kick taken again as the ball is rolling. Referee allows it. Telio. Xavi. Messi to Iniesta. Advantage Real at the moment, but a goal for Barcelona would take the Supercopa to Catalonia.
Certainly would. Anywhere will do there for Cadera. He's just humped it out. Given possession straight back to Barcelona. 10-man Barcelona, but you wouldn't know it in the second half, Rob.
Montoya. Little swivel of the hips. Ramos. to Benzema. We'll have a man down. I think Benzema's been asked to put the ball out of play. It's Alonso who's down. Benzema continues around Song. It's muscled off the ball by Piqué. Oh, now Real want the ball putting out of play. Funny that, isn't it?
Well, he's back up on his feet against Xabi Alonso.
Chasing, biting, kicking. Touch of screaming as well. Losing his nerve, losing his temper. The referee just calming things down. Telly asking for some protection.
Well, he's only on the park and he's looking time on the ball. You're not going to get time on the ball in this game. Certainly not in the final third.
Barcelona delay the free kick to allow Alex Song to go alongside Piqué. They've both become centre forwards for the closing minutes of this game.
They need a goal. They get a goal, they're going to win it. As it stands, Real Madrid will pick up the first trophy of the season unless Barcelona can put a ball in the box and someone gets on the end of it.
Yeah, nobody in the president's box quite attaching the ribbons to the trophy just yet. Messi flips it in over the head of Song, but a misdirected header.
Needed a call, didn't he, Sergio Ramos? Yeah. Somebody should have told him. And he's saying, let me know, advise me.
Nail biting. The trophy isn't back in the Real Madrid cabinet just yet. Xavi, the corner taken. Helped on by Piqué, controlled by Messi. Song, Messi. Tello takes a deflection. Came off the chest of Ramos. Did so well to keep his arms out of the way as well.
Yeah, corner kick. Well, everybody's coming forward here. Real Madrid, all hands to the pumps, but if they win the ball, Real Madrid, there's a good counter-attack on.
And across the six, seeking assist, deciding to box the ball away. Barcelona players swear that clock in the top left-hand corner of the screen is moving too slowly.
He's knocked some decent balls from the back. Javier Mascherano, that wasn't one of his better ones.
Tito Villanova, Jose Mourinho. It's a completely different characters, though. They've gone for the same dress sense tonight. Didn't check their wardrobes before they came out to play.
Jose in deep conversation with Aitor Karanka, who deputised for him an awful lot last season, did a lot of press conferences, and even though he's a Basque, they wind him up about he's not part of the Portuguese gang.
Ronaldo, Alonso, Benzema. Real quicken the pace. Cristiano Ronaldo shakes off Song. Wait, will have to be a save. You have to get everything on that. Victor Valdez, and it's an attempt to transfer the pressure as well. Pepe with Sears behind him. Just play down the clock into the final scheduled minute. They could almost see their reflection in the trophy, Real Madrid.
Tell you what, that was some save from Victor Valdez. That was almost past him. He was down so fast that it collapsed and held on to the ball. It was bound for the far corner of the net. But now Real Madrid picking up the loose ball. It's Modric.
To Benzema. Modric's first game for the club, and he could get a big medal for it.
He's nice and neat and tidy at the moment as Pepe sort of fumbles on the ball. Oh, unfortunate it's gone out of play. But no, Luka Modric has got the ball and knocked it and kept it well, and his technique and skills will fit in nicely with Real Madrid. He's the type of player that will go down well here with the fans.
Under Mourinho. Real took the Spanish FA Cup a couple of years ago from Barcelona. Last season, Mourinho turned the tide. Real won the league, and within 3 minutes of taking the Spanish Super Cup. There's Modric! How would that have been to introduce himself to the Bernabeu?
Well, the play was brilliant. The cutback from Benzema was superb, and the shot from Luka Modric was on target. and it's still game on.
Oh, Messi stopped by Ramos. Benzema. Modric again. Squirms out of trouble. He's looked the part in the Real Madrid shirt. Fantastic run. It's Callejon. Ronaldo's waiting. It's like a magnet to the gloves of Victor Valdez.
Look at the chances we've had in 60 seconds either end, Rob. It's still...
there's plenty left in this final chapter as well.
Absolutely.
It'll be a 2-minute chapter, but there's going to be something in it.
Here you go.
Rest assured. It's young Montoya, the substitute. Can he make himself a hero? No, the hero is Iker Casillas once more.
Well, we've had, I think, 4 shots in the last 3 minutes at either end. Goalkeepers making saves, defenders making blocks. And you're right, it's going to go down to the final seconds. And 1 goal either way can change it.
Xavi's corner kick over the head of Son, helped on by Ramos. Benzema, that's a loose pass. One final flurry here from Barcelona. Iniesta. Alex Son. Messi pulls back the trigger. The bullet went flying past the ear of Iker Casillas.
He had one like that in the first half at Barcelona last week, and it was exactly the same type of a finish. He created the angle on his left foot. Alex Son does well, good pass outside, and then whips it with pace just wide of the far post. Could that have been the decisive moment between Barcelona picking up the Supercopa and Real Madrid picking it up, and they're seconds away from the first trophy of the season?
Well, the Real Madrid supporters who have been hypnotised by this game in the second half into silence. There's been little atmosphere here. They've just been engrossed by the game, now feel that they can get out the plastic flags, the scarves, raise their voices and start the celebrations. A mass plea for the final whistle. Pepe. And in the end, the team that have had to be so monstrous in defence have been Real Madrid in the second half. Remember, they've had a player more. Adriano was sent off, and it's complete. The first trophy of the season goes to Jose Mourinho. It was a classic Clasico. It had all of the usual ingredients: a flurry of yellow cards, a red card, goals from Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, but the telling goal was Cristiano Ronaldo's. Well, the pace has been set for another sparkling season of